Well, good night, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Actually getting a little bit of rain here tonight. I thought it was supposed to be done. We had a monsoon that basically came through yesterday, and it's been dry for the most part, and I've been trying to get all the leaves and stuff out of here because tomorrow is game day, and I can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, and I'm thinking I'm going to go hit the bed as soon as I get finished with this one because we're going to start out at 12:45 getting ready for the Philadelphia Eagles and see if they can lose their ass and if Philly 500 can lose his mind to the Detroit Lions. Followed by the Washington football team going to Mile High. Hopefully they can. They'll be eating Rocky Mountain oysters and losing that game. And then, of course, we have our Dallas Cowboys, the featured game against the Minnesota Vikings. Well, we all know, we found out this morning that Dak Prescott's equipment was being loaded into the planes and stuff. They're packing all this stuff up. We've seen now Dak Prescott is on the journey, of course, in Minneapolis tonight. We still don't know if or not if he's going to play. This may be the Cowboys have known all along that he was going to play, but they're playing it up for the media as well as for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to be 100% real. And people can tell me I'm an idiot, and that's fine. That's fine. But if I'm not sure how that leg is, if that leg has the possibility of becoming worse, I don't play Dak. You can tell me that, it could be playoff seeding and this, that, and the other. You know what? That's fine and good. But I can't worry about down the road when I have to worry about today. I come out here every night and I tell you that, when I get up in the morning, I'm thankful that I'm awake, and I'm able to get out of bed. And during that day, I do everything I can to get accomplished. I don't worry about down the road. I worry about what I can do today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. But if we can't get up from this game with Dak Prescott, where y'all are worried about Cooper Rush playing one game, if we have to worry about Cooper Rush playing 4 games or 6 games or the rest of the season into the playoffs, then I'm not saying Cooper Rush is a bad guy. We only got 3 passes to judge him in the NFL. But see, this is where I think about Lyle Collins, who talked about making sure he did everything, was going to do everything he could to make sure that Dak Prescott is upright. And I think all of these guys that were there last year and understand what it was like to play without Dak Prescott, that these guys are all a team. And sometimes as a team and a family, you have to be the one to say, I got you this time, man. I'm going to step up. I'm going to do that extra bit. And I believe that this team that beat Minnesota, mind you, last year with Andy Dalton, a crappy offensive line, and a defense that literally was a throwback. We wanted to throw it back because it was that bad. Beat Minnesota. I think that this team could dig down deep and beat Minnesota. That's one side of me. The other side of me says Dak Prescott, who lost his grandmother yesterday, another tragic loss. For Dak Prescott, when he talked about mental health, the desire to be on the field because of COVID and in having to stay home and not being able to get together. His sanctuary is literally on the football field. Those guys in that locker room, in that huddle, the importance of it, the way his mother was on him about turnovers and things and being the best that he can be on the field, that field is his church, his sanctuary, his salvation. For his mental health and well-being, for saying goodbye to his grandmother, for thanking her for all that she did to be part of his life. He will want to go out there and honor her with being the best he can be on the field. That's what I know has to be in his heart and his mind right now. And this is a problem. This is the $1 million question. It's like going for it on fourth down in your own territory. If you go and you're successful, hey man, that was a great call. Man, you did the right thing. If you don't make it and it blows up in your face, man, what the hell were you thinking? That's stupid. You should be fired. And this is that kind of decision. I don't know if we wake up tomorrow morning and we see the headlines that Dak Prescott will be playing or be held out or what. Or if it'll truly be at game time. I have no idea. There's so many conflicting reports and things. Was it Calvin Watkins said, I don't know how to tell you to play your fantasy rosters, but pretty much, Dak Prescott's playing, and then another writer is like, it would be a surprise if Dak's playing. I don't know. Maybe all of this is the extra publicity for the Dallas Cowboys. Like Dak Prescott said, we're going to give you reporters something extra to talk about. Well, mission accomplished on that one. I just hope that tomorrow we find a way to win. And there's other important games. Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. We don't know what kind of team New Orleans is. They won in Seattle in a lackluster performance, but they still ended up winning. They destroyed Green Bay the first week of the season. And then follow it up losing to Carolina. Although when they lost to Carolina, they did have a lot of players that were out. Players and coaches. So I don't know. But I know their defense is really good. And playing at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, that's a hard place to play, that crowd. And they did beat Tampa Bay twice last year during the regular season, just couldn't beat them in the playoffs. And that's a game that you definitely want to be a New Orleans Saints fan, because Tampa Bay's schedule is probably the easiest going down the road. And yeah, that one's going to be an important one. Anyway, got to get up, get David Wiley over tomorrow, get everything set up here, deal with wet leaves, and get the patio heaters out. It's going to be in the 40s tomorrow night during the game. So we want to make sure everybody stays nice and toasty, and that we're ready to rock and roll. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you all have a great night. And God willing, I'll see you first thing in the morning. Have a great one.